Hello top 11 managers around the world, welcome back to my channel Mamun Prefer Gaming. Guys, this is the only YouTube channel that provides valid top 11 content daily basis speaking in English. So this is the channel which is actually for you and you are all top 11 managers. So this is your channel and I won't say that you subscribe. This is all up to you. If you want you can, if you don't like this channel you don't do. So it is all up to you. I'm not gonna really force you. In this video, you are gonna watch top 3 formation and tactics in top 11. And these formations are very uncommon formations. I always show you formations that are vastly used, but these 3 formations are really good and they're new. Well, we have at number 3, 3-3-1-3 formation, which is a crazy attacking formation. It can be a very weakest formation as well if you don't have a very good DC. You should have 3 DC, very good DC. And if you do not have very good DCs, you should not use this formation. That's what I must say, that then this is not for you. So this is the weakness, starting with the weakness, because I must alert you as well. So now if you have, let's say if you have very good DCs, let's say you have 150% plus DCs, and yes, of course, you should also consider these, comparing with your opponents as well. If you have very big opponents like 200% players, they have, your opponents, most of your opponents are having attackers who are 200% players. In that case, you need also 200% plus DCs in order to, face these sort of opponents. So that's a different thing. Those are money users. You cannot really do well if you are non-money users. So it's bad luck for you. And now let's come to the point that this formation is vastly on attack. This is a very attacking formation. Now, if you see that this midfield zone is your main creative zone, where you will actually create many opportunities, many deadly passes that will convert it into goal by these 4 players: AMC, AML, AMR, and ST. So this is a very good formation in terms of attacking, a deadly formation. And again, as I said, this can be a very weak formation in terms of 3 DC. If you don't have good DCs, this formation is recommended only against weaker team, just to score many goals. Goals matter as well, especially in league. You need to score many goals in order to be top. Sometimes points are similar to your topper teams in the table. In that case, goals matters. Now it is tactic time for this formation. Well, you can basically use my default tactic. That's what I use always as default tactic. In case I cannot, be present in the match, this tactic always works, But sometimes it doesn't work as well, because in match situation you need to change tactic depending on the situation. You cannot just rely on default tactic. So team mentality, you can go for from normal up to hard attacking as well, depending on the situation. Whenever you need to force, you can go for hard attack. Whenever you need to play normal, according to your opponent's strength, you can go normal as well. So depending on the situation, you can pick either from normal to hard attacking. Not defensive. It's not a defensive formation, to be very honest. Focus passing mixed is the best option. Passing style, you can go for all passes. When you need short passing, when you need long passing, everything is good. Depending on the situation, you can take. And the force counter attack always off. And pressing style should be low as usual, but depending on the situation, when you do not get balls a lot, most of the time your opponent is taking balls, so in that case you can go for high as well, because you need both of these, high low, depending on the situation. Tackling style, you can go for easy, sometime normal as well. And marking style, always zonal. I talked about it a lot of time, so it should be zonal always. And the offside trap, you can either keep it on, you can either keep it off, depending on the situation. At the number 2, you have 4-1-4-1 formations. These formations are not vastly used, to be very honest. I say it new in terms of these thought that these are not really vastly used in top 11. But this formation allows you to have a strong defense at the same time attack. The weakness is very clear, which is midfield. It's not vastly midfield based. There is weakness a bit in midfield, but again, this is the formation that can provide you great attack and also great defense. There will be 4 midfielders, but they are attacking midfielders. They will go ahead a lot. So technically, it's midfield. I mean, they are midfielders, so you cannot say that there is no midfielders. Again, they will go forward a lot, and that will create a zone. I mean, a space in the middle as well. Your opponent, if your opponent is very clever, he can also take advantage of it. But again, this is a great formation in terms of attacking formation. Let me tell you that these 3 formations that I'm going to provide in these top 3, they are not defensive formation. All of these formations are vastly attacking formations. Now let's talk about the tactic a bit. Now I showed you my default tactics. If you are not present in the match, you can blindly follow my default tactics because you have no other options. But if you are present in match, then team mentality, as I said, that these formations are vastly attacking formations. You can go from normal to hard attack. But for these formation, you can also go for defensive because this is having 4 defenders. This formation is having 4 defenders, guys. So it is allowing you to go to defense as well. So this is quite amazing. Very balanced formation. You can also play a bit defensive game here in this formation. Now, so you can go for defensive, normal, attacking, and hard attacking as well, depending on the situation. And focus passing, you can go to down both flanks. If you want to change the tactic from the default tactic, then down both flank will be an intense full tactic. It may work because this formation is having flanks, and if you see that you have very good flanks, you can use them if your opponent is having poor DLDR. So that's it. Passing style, you can go for mixed passing. It is the best option, and force counter will be off always. But sometime you can go for on because you have DLDR. You can play defensive game. Only in that time you can go force counter attack on. Pressing style, as usual, I say that you can go low and high both depending on the situation. When you need to take the control of the ball, you can go for high, but whole match, if you go for the full match high intensive pressing style, this will actually drain your players' condition, and your players are gonna be very tired so quickly that can backfire as well. Tackling style for this formation, as I said also for other formation in this video, that you can go either easy or normal. Normal will produce some of the fouls, easy will produce less fouls. And marking style, always zonal for me in top 11 football manager game. I don't prefer really man-to-man always. Only sometime I go for man-to-man to target if the opponent is having one striker who is very, very good. And again, playoffs are trap. You can go on or off depending on the situation. And number 1 formation is 3-2-4-1, and this one is not vastly used formation at the moment. You can use this formation, very uncommon, but only if you can build good quality players, especially defenders like DMC DCs. And of course, you need good attackers in order to score goals. Now, as you can see, there is no midfielder. I mean, what I mean by no midfielder is no main midfielder, no main central midfielder who is MC. Again, you cannot say there is no midfielder in this formation. There is midfielders. They are 2 DMC and 4 midfielder attacking midfielders. So that means 6 midfielders of this formation, but they are not central midfielder. This created gap is the only weakness of this formation. But it can be really good formation in terms of both the defense and attack. And again, technically, they are giving midfielders as well. A lot of midfielders. Anyway, so now we are gonna go for the tactic a bit. As you can see, team mentality, I should say that the default tactic is good for both the three formations. You can use this default tactic if you want to present, and now I'm gonna give you, if you are in match, and if you are present in match, and then if you need, you can change tactic depending on the situation. Like team mentality, for this formation you can go from normal to hard attack as well, and force passing style you can go for down both flank. If you have very good flanks and if your opponent is very weak in DLDR, or if he doesn't have DL and DR, so you can go for down both flank in that case. And passing style you can go for mixed. This is the best option to allow your attackers to play in their potential. So now force counter attack, it should be off because you're not playing defensive game. You're not helpless, you are the attacker, you are the oppressor. So pressing style, always you're going to use both low and high depending on the situation. And tackling style, you can go for easy. Easy is the best option. Sometimes you can put a bit of pressure by putting normal, but don't go for hard. You're gonna get red cards or fouls in the crucial moment. So now marking style is always zonal. As I said, I prefer zonal always. Only few time I use man to man. And the offside trap, it should be off. Sometime you can go for on if your opponent passes long pass a lot. If you look at this attack, as you can see, 6 players in action. They are very, very intensively attacking. So you covered every bit of ground, every position by these 6 players in 3-2-4-1. And as a result of pressure, you are getting goals. Now, if you look at the another attack, you will see the same picture. It's like same picture again. So now 6 players, as you can see, in this 3-2-4-1 formation, and this is very, very intensive attacking formation. As you can see, these midfielders are attacking alongside with the attackers. I mean the ST, who is finishing all the time. You see the attacker, I mean the ST, he is finishing always, and the intense is created by AML, AMR, AMCs. So guys, comment me below in the comment section which formation do you like the most. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I do always appreciate you guys for watching my video. And please subscribe this channel so that I get inspiration to make more quality videos for you.